Hello everybody, I'm Houston. They are my teammates Jeffrey, Sharon, Elise, and Novel. Today our presentation is about our recent project appointed by Intertrek. This presentation involves 4 parts. First, we will let you know the background of this project. Then, we go to the insights of the problems and present problem by baseline analysis. And then we have 4 proposed solutions to optimize the business process. And last, we will have a brief summary. Intertrek is a global testing company which provides product compliance service for safety and quality assurance. Hong Kong office is the Asia Pacific regional headquarters, and as a bridge between China and Western countries. That's why the demand of service is pretty good and still increasing. However, our management find that the business growth is slowing down because we can't handle the exceed demand. The baseline analysis, we did the baseline analysis by 2 approaches. The first one is gathering the comments from clients and staff, and the other is evaluating the business flow. Our clients reckon that they are suffering from the frequent delays of service, which affects the supply chain schedule, and Intertrek staff feel unhappy about the overtime work frequently and lost their work-life balance. Next, my teammate Jeffrey will let you know the present process.
Thank you, Houston. I'm Jeffrey. I will talk more about the existing process of this company to you. Here is the process workflow of the company. You can see the first process is the job creation. We receive order from the customer, then we provide 3 different testings to our customer. After the testing, we will have a process called job creation. After the job creation, we will have a process called report typing. In the report typing process, we will type everything in data information from the hard copy document into the system. After that, we will do the report review. If the report is okay, we will issue the report to our customer. This is the whole process of our company. As I mentioned that we provide 3 different testing to our customer. Each of them have different average turnaround time. For example, for the chemical testing, it takes around 4.8 days per job. All 3 testing, the turnaround time is within the agreed total turnaround time of our customer. So our manager think that the existing process is already good enough, and they don't really understand that why can't complain that they have to wait along and always have delay. So we go 1 step more to see any difference in the normal season and the peak season. In the normal season, everything is all right, everything looks good. But in the peak season, from August to November, the average turnaround time of all these 3 testing is exceeded the agreed turnaround time with the customer. So that means delays always occur in the peak season. But what brings to the non-turnaround time? Now here we have 4 major reasons to bring to the non-turnaround time. The first one is documents and report are in hard copies. As I mentioned, the report typing process is type all the information into the system. This is very time consuming and redundant, and human errors always occurs in this process, and our operators have to redo it again. And the second reason is the high utilization in the labs. and this brings to the long queuing time. So a new job come, they have to wait a long time to process. And the third one is the insufficient operators in the labs. As Houston mentioned before, the demand is increasing, but we don't have enough manpower to do so. So this is the third reason. And the last reason is the abuse of the quicker service of our sales. Quicker service is a special service that provided to the customer. The job in the quicker service, they no need to queue, no need to wait, they directly process. But this will increase the favorability of our system. Because of these four major reasons, our teammate will propose the four solutions to reduce the total turnaround time.
Thank you, Jeffrey. So our analysis revealed that the actual process is extremely time and resource consuming. So what we propose to enhance the system is two changes. The first one is to enter the data and the status through the process. So each employee will have to update the status as the job comes to him. So this will help the company to eliminate the report typing process, which takes a lot of time. Second, it will reduce the turnaround time of the whole process. And finally, it will reduce the human errors while typing. The second change that we need is to reallocate the manpower. And this from the report typing to the report view. What it will do is that we will increase the capacity of the report review and thus reduce the queuing time. So to enhance the system, employees have to update the status of the job at each process. The report is now generated through the entire process. Report typing is cancelled, and we move workers from this stage to the report review. Average turnaround time is reduced by approximately 7%, and workers need to work 8 hours a day and 5 days a week. From these two tables, we can see that the difference between the turnaround average time before and after enhancement. After enhancement, the turnaround time for the microbiological lab is around 7.4 days. For the chemical labs, it's around 5.39 days. And finally, for the toxical lab, it's 9.57. Most importantly, we need to notice that these numbers fall into the customer's expectation and the pre-agreed processing times agreed with them.
Thank you, Novel. Liz. Now I'd like to talk something about our second solution to increase the capacity. As you can see, we have 3 labs for different kinds of tests, and 2 of them relies on operators. Just the chemical lab relies on the machine, and you can see the average cycle time of each lab. Take microbiological lab as an example. The average cycle time is 32.4 hours. However, only 0.4 hours is operation time. The rest 32 hours is for reaction time. That means our operator can do nothing but to wait. However, it is necessary for the whole progress. And you can also see the calculation of our capacity as well as the utilization in both normal season and peak season. The utilization of normal season of all the 3 labs is around 80%, and the utilization of peak season is more than 90%. So according to this curve, you can see that when the utilization is more than 90%, there is an exponential increase in the cycle time. So in peak season, the utilization is around 93% to 96%. That means we have to do something to control the cycle time. So we decide to add one unit to each of the 3 labs. Now we have 8 operators in M lab, 2 machines in C lab, and 4 operators in T lab. That means we have 9 operators in M lab, 3 machines in chemical lab, and 3 operators in T lab. And after increasing the utilization of normal season and peak season reduced a lot, you can see that now the utilization of normal season is only around 71% and 53%. Even that of peak season reduced a lot. Here is the percentage of reduction. You can see it's ranges from 61% to even 99%. So by increasing the capacity of our whole process, the average turnaround time reduced a lot, and they can satisfy our customers' expectation in both normal season and peak season. Now Sharon is going to tell us something about the third solution.
Thank you, Elise. I'm Sharon. So here is our third solution, cost training. As we mentioned, both the key factor of M lab and T lab is operators. And we found that, by calculation, we found that the utilization of these 2 labs is different. And the utilization of T lab is less than the utilization of the M lab. This means that T lab have sufficient capacity. So if the company can provide training to the operator in the T lab, then we can both make good use of the capacity of the T lab, as well as release the pressure in the T lab. So the cycle time in M lab will be reduced. And last but not least, here is our fourth solution, is to limit the quicker service. As we mentioned, the company have 2 services, the quicker service and the normal service. Although the quicker service is more profit than the normal service, but the quicker service has the priority to skip the queue and do the service. It will increase the variety of the whole system. So if we all receive too much quicker service order, the whole system will become chaos. So we should limit the quicker service. And by calculating, we found that we should setting a standard for the number of quicker service, that is 10% of the total demand per month. In summary, our project is aimed to reduce the total return time of the testing process, and apply our fourth solution, the cycle time will be reduced by a half. And with this new cycle time, the customer can get quicker response, as well as be satisfied with our service. And also, because the cycle time is reduced, the staff no need to overtime frequently, so they will feel happier and enhance their sense of belonging of the companies. And as a result, both clients and staff feel happier. So if our business is increased, we can handle it well. And thank you.